action-packed programme for you this week, starting off with the finals of the Diarmuid Coffey Open Unraced Stake and the Ted Fitzgerald Southern Sprint from Youghal. Then on to Cork for the final night of the Cashman's Bookmakers Irish Laurels, and finishing off with the future champion Unraced Stake from Enniscorthy. It was a busy night at Youghal last Friday for the finals of both the Ted Fitzgerald Southern Sprint and the Diarmuid Coffey Open Unraced Stake, always a very popular night on the racing calendar. And even Michael Fortune left the big smoke for the weekend to join the action in the south.
The final of the Southern Sprint. In 1 is Gold Star Rebel, 2 Roaming Rebel, 3 Sended Porter, in 4 Dickie's Dream, 5 Shining Rebel, and 6 is Pencil Pusher. Numbers 1 and 4, the joint favourites at 2-1. The hare now coming up behind Traps, ready for off. Under wins, number 4 fast away, that's Dickie's Dream, leads out of Traps and goes clear to the bend from 6 Pencil Pusher in second, but it's 4 Dickie's Dream hits the bend in front. 1 now Gold Star Rebel, a bit of a bump there between them, and 6 surges to the front. That's Pencil Pusher between bends. Number 6 Pencil Pusher going on, and 6 Pencil Pusher coming to the line from 3 Sended Porter in second, and 4 Dickie's Dream is third, but it's number 6 Pencil Pusher, one of the outsiders, owned by Kevin Gilroy. This one wins for trainer Anne Wade. The result of the Ted Fitzgerald Southern Sprint, the winner, number 6 Pencil Pusher, owned by Kevin Gilroy, trained by Anne Wade. Second, number 3 Sended Porter, and third, number 4 Dickie's Dream. The time 17:72. Well, a happy team here in Youghal. Pencil Pushers won at a nice price in the final of the Southern Sprint. Owner Kevin Gilroy, big trophy to fill, Kevin.
It'll take a bit to fill her all right, but we'll have a go at it.
Now, did it catch you a bit by surprise, or were you fancied?
No, quietly fancied. Anne says we had a good chance. If we got round the bend anywhere close to them at all, we'd pick them up.
Now, I've been a great servant. 13 wins, or 14 wins now, Anne.
Terrific servant, and I'm delighted for him because he's a nervous dog, and I have to try and mind him while the crowds are around and that, so you'll be always worried that with the nerves break out that he'd miss the start or something, but thankfully he didn't.
Well, a new man and a new job. Pat Herbert, you're settling in here at Youghal?
Yeah, I'm settling in now, just here. I'm here for the last 3 weeks and delighted to be here. I'm getting on great with the punters here and bookmakers and patrons, and nice crowd here too, you know, very easy to get on with. Nice people in Youghal.
Now, you're involved in the Greyhound game, of course, well, you could say nearly from your birth.
Yeah, well, my father back in Tralee keeps a few coursing dogs. And he's fairly good with them, but he doesn't keep a whole pile of them, but great interest. And his father before him too as well, so they're fairly good doggy people back there, you know.
Now, what's it like on the official side, being on the other side of the fence?
It's a big change from what I was at. I worked for Kerry Group for 11 years. And to move from the management side, from the food industry, into the greyhound industry, it's a completely different scene. But it's a move I should have made years ago. I'm delighted with the job. And have good hopes for the future.
Now, this is a big night for you, all your finals. It's become the big night in Youghal over the year, and it's great to see a nice crowd and good weather for a change here.
Yeah, it's the best day we've had in the last 2 weeks, you know. Thanks to God, we the rosary beads out this evening, hoping that the clouds will stay away. But things worked out, and there's a nice crowd, there's a good buzz around the place. It's nice to see the young kids around the place, and people are enjoying themselves tonight.
Well, I think they're going to keep you here because your rosary beads is obviously working. Well done, Pat, and best of luck for the future.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
The final of the Diarmuid Coffey Open Unraced. In 1, Great Display, 2, Jethart Angel, in 3, K. Carly, 4, A Surprise Plan, in 5, Yellow Lockdown, and 6, Well Tutored. The hot favourite, odds on, number 1, Great Display. Here now coming up behind Traps, under away, and he's away quite well from one. Number 4, Dies for the inside, but it's number 1, Great Display, the favourite. Leads up from 4, Surprise Plan in second. Then comes 3, K. Carly, but into the far side, the favourite's gone clear. He's 4, 5 in front, hitting the back straight. Number 1, Great Display, with a lead of 5 lengths from 4 in second place, Surprise Plan. Number 2 is next, Jethart Angel. Second last bend, and 1, Great Display, the odds-on favourite, well clear here, going on to win this one surely at this stage, turning for home with a big lead. Great Display, this dog owned by Martin Loughnane, coming towards the line. Number 1, Great Display, an easy winner, running on well in second is 4, Surprise Plan, and 2, Jethart Angel is third. The time 29:16. Well, that was a fine display there from Great Display, the favourite, led all the way and won in style. And the result of the Diarmuid Coffey Open Unraced Stake, the winner, number 1, Great Display, owned by Martin Loughnane and trained by Owen McKenna. Second, number 4, Surprise Plan, and third, number 2, Jethart Angel. The time 29:16. Well, Owen McKenna, you're in a very funny mood here tonight, no doubt, no wonder. You just had a very good winner here at the Diarmuid Coffey. You ran very well, Great Display.
Yeah, little dog, he's getting on a bit. He's a bit of age about him. Had a couple of little problems, and he was right a while before, so I said I'd give him a little bit of time, and won it the last 2 years, so I said I'd have another go again. You know, he had good early pace. I knew he'd done a few very good qualifying and, you know, grading trials for me, so I thought, like, why not give him a go around Youghal? He looked the right type of dog for it.
You're probably working already on next year's winner, having won it now 3 in a row this time, so you've probably started to look for talent again.
Yeah, we just weaned him off the bitch last week. So. No, like, it's been a good, lucky hunting ground, so, Borderduff Light started it off, like, so it's a hard act to follow. And, no, he's a good little dog with early pace, so we'll see, like, I don't know where he'll go now, but we'll hope for the best with him anyway.
It's a massive night here in Curraheen Park for the final of the Laurels. It's the big one in Cork. Cashman's Bookmaker sponsors Marvellous Nights Racing. I have here a 3-ball. We'd make a great front row, all of us, but, lads, you're welcome to Cork. You're used to all these places across the water, but I think you'll find Cork a little bit different.
The atmosphere, Michael's alive. We just walked through the bar there, and the lady's given me this rosette. She said, you've got to wear it. It's just unbelievable here. The place is on fire. Tremendous, and we've been up in the restaurant tonight, and the hospitality, I think Mr. Newborn will agree, it's been absolutely unbelievable. It's all right for the fat people, Michael. The thin people have been trouble in Ireland.
Well, you've already introduced Mr. Youghal. Gary, your impressions of Cork, first off?
Different class. I've never been to a greyhound track in my life like this one. I thought Shelbourne Park was pretty impressive, but this is state of the art. You think about the punters, you think about the bookmakers, you think about the diners. I mean, the food is... It's like being in a London restaurant, to be honest. And even to look at the weighing room there, let alone the dance floor. I'm not dancing with him later, but I will be dancing with my wife who I brought over. This is a different world. And I have to say that if the $1 million race does go ahead, and I think it will do, this is the perfect facility to stage it in.
That's a PR job, is it?
Well, it's not a PR job, because actually if you're spending most of the year like Gary and I are in the UK, you'd rather see it race in the UK, but I couldn't argue with it being raced here. It's fantastic.
Can I say one thing, though? Does it mean like Michael's marked your car tonight and we've had 6 races and you've nearly backed 6 winners? Would that be something to do with it?
Well, to be honest, I was talking to his mate and I've only had a few winners. He was sitting too far away from me. How many winners have you had tonight? Come on, just
a few, Gary.
No, come on.
Between Shelbourne and here, we're about 7 winners up, and we're doing well. No. But it's a long night because we have to buy a drink for you all night, and that's a difficult job.
You need to back more than 7 winners to buy a drink for us all night.
Anyway, but the facilities here, I mean, I'm just looking around, they're colossal. And it's amazing how the Irish scene has turned round. I mean, it is, wherever you go in Ireland, the top tracks, they all seem to be sort of built the same, and it's fantastic. But this one is the best I've seen so far. Is there a better one? You tell me.
Well, this is built from a greenfield site, and this had... I must
say one thing, Michael. We was at Wimbledon last Tuesday for Sky. We walked through the bar there and nobody said anything. We've walked through the bar here, through the restaurant here, downstairs here, in the public bar, and everybody wants to speak to you. Hello, how are you? It's as if, it's alive. The place is absolutely alive, and, I'm pleased that you've invited us over, and I can guarantee it won't be the last time.
When I saw you coming through, you were actually crawling on your knees at that stage.
Well, I don't know. We might have a few drinks later, Mick.
In fairness, I was amazed, because it's a bit difficult to spot Gary, isn't it?
I was going to ask, Laurels final. You're wearing the Vancouver Sparky English form. Is your money on him?
Somebody's just given it to me, said whatever you do, you've got to wear Vancouver. But I fancy Tyra Ted. But you marked our card earlier, Michael, and you said Trap 6 is an hard enough draw here at Cork. So, I did fancy 6 originally, but I've got to go with a red jacket now, Vancouver.
I won't do that, because I tell you what, I think Tyra Ted has been a really underestimated greyhound. They keep riding him off and they keep bringing him back throughout this competition. And although the inside traps are favoured, I don't think the lineup is good enough.
For once, Gary, tip against the favourite. No, why you got to be with a favourite?
Because I think Tyro Ted is better than the rest of the field.
Has Michael marked your card?
No. What have you gone for?
Tyro Ted, he'll win it.
Cheers, Michael. Good luck.
Folks, great night here. These boys I think we're going to have a little bit of a hangover tomorrow morning. So what? Great night here at Cork. Laurels night, fantastic. We're starting off with the Consolation Laurels, a lovely lineup for it. Let's enjoy that race.
They're now on the way for the final of the Consolation Irish Laurels. In 1, Ballymac Floss. 2 is Cleve Hill. In 3, Student Pass. 4, Friendship Harry. Trap 5, Deerfield Mover. And in 6, DJ 96. The market rivals are Ballymac Floss in 1, Student Pass in 3. And away they go. Student Pass off to a flyer from trap 3. Leads to the bend from 4, Friendship Harry. On the outside, number 5, Deerfield Mover. But into the bend, it's 4, Friendship Harry. 3, Student Pass. Now forcing his way through to lead into the second bend. It's 3, Student Pass. 4, Friendship Harry. 5, Deerfield Mover. And 1, Ballymacfloss forced to check at the second bend. But 3, Student Pass leads by 3 lengths into the third bend. 5 now, Deerfield Mover gives chase. Back in third spot, 4, Friendship Harry. But it's all number 3, Student Pass. He's led from the opening corner. He's going to lead up the home straight. 5, Deerfield Mover coming back at him. But 3, Student Pass wins it. Second, number 5, Deerfield Mover. And third, number 1, Ballymacfloss. And the result of the Cashman's Bookmakers Consolation Laurels, the winner was trap 3, Student Pass in impressive fashion. Second, number 5, Deerfield Mover. And back in third, number 1, Ballymacfloss. And the winning time, a very decent 28:35.
Well, Student Pass, the impressive winner of the consolation, one of the owners, Cathal O'Doherty. Cathal, he's been a great servant for you, really. Every night he turns in a big performance.
Well, he's been a great dog for us anyway. He has a lot of wins. Bit unlucky last week, missed his break. He proved himself again tonight, like he can do it when he comes away. It's as hard to win the consolation as the final, like, you know, if you're there with a chance. It would have been great to win in it, but sure, this isn't bad either.
Back to part 2, and now we rejoin Ian Fortune as the runners go on parade for the final of the 2005 Cashman's Bookmakers Irish Laurels, with the winner's purse of €35,000.
1, Vancouver Sparky, Tony Fahey in Portumna trains this one for John Duffy. He's a son of Cumann Leighton and Amber Sal. Ideally drawn on the fence, goes up strongly. 2, Costly Flight, trained by Pat McMahon for Michael O'Connor and Tralee. She's a daughter of Sonic Flight and Lovely Billy. Expect this one to move wide in the early stages, could cause trouble to those on her outside. Trap 3 is Final Showdown, trained by Ray Fleming for Pat Moore and Liam Young and Nina, a son of Concord Direct and Black Folk, as he's been running very well, but must avoid Trap 2 to get involved. 4, Goblet of Fire, one of 2 runners for Paul Hennessy. This one owned by the Risky Business Syndicate in Cork, a son of Drubby's Kuhl and Rising Singer. He has brilliant early pace. He's won 13 of 41 starts, but may look for the fence early. 5 is Knocknakurka, one of the outsiders, trained by Dennis Fitzgerald for Pat Sullivan in England, a son of Pete's Boss and Sensational. He's been running out of his skin. He's 11 wins from 25 starts. I wouldn't be surprised if he figured in the early stages, and he certainly won. Represents value at a big price. And finally in 6, Tyrer Ted. He needs no introduction, trained by Paul Hennessy for PJ Fahey. What a team they are. This one, a son of Top Honcho and Watch the Mark, and an absolutely top class performer with 28 wins from 38 starts. He's a red hot favourite, and for me, the one they have to beat. That's it, the runners all in traps for the final classic of the year, the Irish Laurels. 1, Vancouver Sparky, 2, Costly Flight, 3, Final Showdown, 4, Goblet of Fire, 5, Knocknakurka, and 6, the red hot favourite, Tyrer Ted. They're coming around the bottom corner, up behind the boxes, the dog set. And away they go. Tyrer Ted off to a good start, but it's 4, Goblet of Fire, took a flyer, leads to the bend from 5, Knocknakurka, then comes 6, Tyrer Ted. It's Goblet of Fire and 5, Knocknakurka, now number 6, Tyrer Ted, challenging the outside, Goblet of Fire, but here comes Tyrer Ted, down into the third bend, it's Goblet of Fire, but Tyrer Ted now looming large on the outside, and Tyrer Ted hits the front, and the Irish Laurels decider. He's quickly gone 3 or 4 lengths clear. 6, Tyrer Ted, he's won the classic, he so richly deserves. Up to the line, 6, Tyrer Ted, he wins it by a mile. Second, number 4, Goblet of Fire. It's close for third, but there's no doubt about the winner, Tyrer Ted, a brilliant winner of the Cashman's Bookmakers Irish Laurels for 2005.
Well done, well done.
Thanks, mate, thanks.
PJ Fahey, tremendous. This is fantastic. Tyrer Ted has really done it in style.
Yeah, he has. He has proved the dog that, you know, he has been all year, you know.
Let's walk along, back up to see the dog, right?
You know, it's the 17th win of the year. And 17 is my lucky number as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
You got a lot of word of that, was that it?
But I'm delighted for the dog, and I'm delighted for Paul Hennessy as well, you know. Paul has given so much time to the dog. And I'm delighted for Paul because, you know, when you have a dog of that quality, and no doubt about he's supreme quality, when you have a dog of that quality, it's nice to see it happening, you know. We hadn't the Rub of the Green, maybe the Champion Stakes and the Easter Cup and the Derby, but thankfully it came good tonight.
It's going right now. You must have been, at what stage? First bend, you must have been happy.
First bend, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, through around the first bend, we knew, like, you know, you kind of win according to plan. Like, there were 6 good dogs in the final.
You know, I feel the first thing I'd have to say is commiserations to the other 5. You know, they're all there in merit. And it was great to get the final, but I think Ted just had the small being extra class, and I told him tonight.
He's also really coming back to his top form. He strode out to the line there tonight in the fashion that we know.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. You know, maybe in August and in September, he wasn't just striding out. But I think Paul, you know, got the problem about 2 weeks ago. And I think once we got the problem solved, he's back to the Ted that we love. You know,
well, this is a classic success for you. This must mean something special.
It's unbelievable. Fabulous.
You're going to celebrate this one.
No, that's not it.
Well done, PJ.
Thanks,
well
Thanks
done. Well done. Great performance. Well done.
And the results of the Cashman's Bookmakers Irish Laurels for 2005, a brilliant performance by Tyler Ted. Season win for Paul Hennessy and PJ Fahy. Second was number 4, Goblet of Fire, a 1-2 for Paul Hennessy. And back in third, number 5, Knockna Kirka. The winning time of very fast, 28:33.
Well, the hot favourite won the final, but sponsor Liam Cashman, I think you got the right result, even though you're paying out on it.
I do believe so, yeah. The best dog in the stake won the stake. He went unbeaten through it. I think there's nothing left to prove for him. Very sporting connections, and I'm delighted for PJ Fahy. No one deserved it more.
And in the history books, the Cashman's Laurels of 2005 will go down as being won by a great dog.
Absolutely. Superb dog. Long odds favourite for the Derby for a long time. Unluckily eliminated, and proved his worth here tonight and every night throughout the Laurels.
One question: you were going 2s on. Did you get some money back at 4-6?
Well, no, it's not. It's not my price, but I was happy enough at the 2-1 on. I'm very happy with the result.
Well, it's been a fantastic Cashman's Laurels and really the ideal result. Tyler Ted, the hot favourite, the brilliant greyhound, has finally absolutely captured his top spot. Classic success. Trainer Paul Hennessy, this must be a special feeling for you.
It is, Michael. It's brilliant. Thanks be to God. You know how much the dog means to us. I suppose special dogs always mean a lot to you. But the best sight I saw tonight was actually Goblet of Fire making the bend, because I didn't want anyone thinking that was a one-dog race from our perspective. And when I saw Ted going around short, near enough to him, well, then after that it was up to the 2 dogs, you know. But he does have a special place for us. He has a great record and he's a great competitor. There's no doubt about it.
He deserved to win a big one. He's had his troubles during the year and had his troubles at the Champion Stakes. That was a nasty accident.
It was, yeah. I mean, he was in the right place, I suppose, just on the hips of Maldini, but he got a very bad himself in Yemen. Both of them got a bad doing that night, and you know, it kind of upset the dog. It kind of put him off, you know what I mean? It checked his confidence. Now, I know he kept winning afterwards, but he was lacking the real dash. And thanks be to God it came back to him in this competition, you know. It's great.
We saw the real Tyler Ted tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's been winning every night. I don't know where, like, he's the same Ted, but he just had little bits of problems to get over, and we have a wonderful team behind us, and they were a huge help. And, you know, I'd put this victory down to them, you know, because without their help, I suppose he'd still be running wide and things like that, you know.
Now, the obvious question is, where now?
Well, Eamon rang me for Waterford, so that's in the plans for time, and everything is right. We'll probably give him a try around Waterford midweek.
That's the Masters next
That's
Sunday.
The Masters, and after that, then Santi is coming. We have a whole lot of things to do for Christmas. I have 6 children, and Ted will be Santa Claus for the year. And after that, then he's not going to retire. We have some funny plan in our head, and we'll see what happens. You never know.
The thing is, Ted is not retiring. We're going to enjoy him for quite a while to go yet.
Please God he'll stay sound and everything else. He's there for PJ and Mary to enjoy ourselves and the public, and he won't be retiring, no.
Well, great. Well done, Paul. And folks, that's very good news, because stars like Tyler Ted, they only come around now and again. It's great to see them continuing to perform on the tracks and to treat everybody to exhibitions like we've seen here tonight in Curraheen Park.
Here comes Tyler Ted. Now looming large on the outside, and Tyler Ted hits the front in the Irish Laurels decider. 6 Tyler Ted. He's won the classic. He so richly deserves. He wins it by a mile.
Well, folks, we're on our way home from Cork from the Laurels final. We're better to drop in Enniscorthy, the final of the Future Champions Unraced stake. Massive crowd. It's been a great competition. Tell us a little bit more about it, Louis Flanagan. Louis, it's been a marvellous fill-up for Enniscorthy.
Oh, it's fantastic. For the Turners to organise something like this is unbelievable. At 30,000 stake here, we'd only dreamed out for years ago. Something that's only second to the Laurels. The crowd here, you can just imagine what's here. It's fantastic.
And obviously now that it's got underway this year, it'll get bigger and better probably in the future.
Well, they had a bit of a disadvantage this year. There's only 5 weeks to organise all the pups. Next year they know it's going to be running. I think they'll have 10 or 12 weeks. It'll probably even be better.
You'll be trying to win it yourself next year?
Oh, we tried to win this year and we went out, and next year we're going to try again, of course.
Louis, it's been a great success. Well done.
Thanks.
Now, folks, the big race, of course, is coming up, so let's join the action in the future champion Unraced Stake Final. In 1, Tar Paddy, 2, Ardkill Jamie, 3 is Kildove Miller, in 4, Shuddy Camp, 5, Droopy's Leah, and in 6, Distant Sparky. The favourites, number 2, Ardkill Jamie, the hare now off the final bend, up behind the traps, ready for off. And away to go, the favourites out well from 2. That's Ardkill Jamie leading a bit of crowding in a minute, but the favourite clears the bend. It's 2, Ardkill Jamie from 1, Tar Paddy. Bit of a bumping between them, and number 1 is Balk there as 2 leads into the back straight. Ardkill Jamie, a length and a half from 1, Tar Paddy. 6, Distant Sparky is close enough, if good enough. Into the third bend, and the favourites on by a length and a half. That's Ardkill Jamie from 1, Tar Paddy, challenging again. Then comes 6, Distant Sparky, but it's 2, Ardkill Jamie. 1 and 6 coming at her. 2, Ardkill Jamie, the favourites started. Number 2, Ardkill Jamie, the winner. Second is 6, Distant Sparky, and third, number 1, Tar Paddy. The time 28.73. The result of the future champion Unraced Puppy Stake, the winner, number 2, Ardkill Jamie, owned by Jimmy Mangan, trained by Shane Murphy. Second was number 6, Distant Sparky, and third, number 1, Tar Paddy. The time 28.73. Well, a great run from Ardkill Jamie in winning the final. Jimmy Mangan owner, that must be a great pleasure to see your young dog doing it like that.
It is actually, Michael. As you know, I'm in the Greyhounds many years, and I met somebody down here at the first round, and he said to me, Jimmy, God, he says, you bought a dog off me so many years ago. He says, I thought you were dead many years. I said, no, I'm quite well. But he says, the best of luck. And he came to me tonight again. He says, the best of luck in the final. He says, I think he'll win. He's a very decent pup. Shane eyed him out and gave us a phone call and said, will you buy a decent Greyhound? And I said, Shane, if you think he's good enough, I'll buy him. And that's how it happened.
Well, Shane, you're the man with all the credit. You turned him out here tonight as well. Bit of a specialist with these unraced dogs.
Yeah, I suppose it's going well. It's 3 in a row this year, actually. You were saying 2, but it's 3, so it's good. No, they're going well. Like, so he's an exceptional pup. Like, he does everything right. He's just perfect kenneler, like perfect traveller. He lies down the van all the way here. Like, he's a perfect dog, a lovely dog to train, you know. But things are going well. But I think he's by far the best in the kennel at the moment.
And he's brilliant early pace, that's the main thing.
Brilliant early, like the first 2 rounds he was in trap 1, he wasn't coming out from 1, like one was a bit of a disaster here, but he got in 5 the last night and he showed some fierce early to the first, like, so tonight again got in front, he's contested, but he's fierce guts, like, he's good, he stays, like, he's a good stayer as well.
What's the plan?
Sit down and relax, I'd say, and we'll go pick something up. We'll see. We won't rush him. He's young enough, like, so we'll just take our time with him. He's a good dog. We'll just take our time with him.
Dream of next year, and of course, Jimmy, you missed out on the derby with Brushed in by a short head. You think this fella might do it?
This was a memorable kid. I hope he does. Yeah, I think he will give him every chance. We talked about selling, but I think we're going to hold on to him and have a go for next year. It's a bit of fun. I like the Greyhounds and got on very well with Shane. It all happened over fitting out a van for carrying Greyhounds, and this is how we're here. And so maybe it's the start of many more wins.
Listen, money like you have, you don't need to sell the dog.
Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't, but you will walk about that when it has to happen.
Well done, lads.
We'll have lots more thrills and spills for you next week when we visit Clonmel on Thursday night for the semi-finals of the Enfer Munster Puppy Cup. Then on Friday we're in Harold's Cross for the final of the Tote Gold Collar, plus Newbridge for the semi-finals of the JP Moore and Newbridge Oaks, and on Sunday we head to Kilcohen Park for the Michael Meade Waterford Masters.
For a complete fixtures list and more information, log on to the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie.